other object, just gone. Nothing should work.
Excuse me, I don't think you have the author's...
It's fine, but don't get too close. You won't survive direct contact with the rift.
Fascinating. It seems
Salutations. We've been doing our I suppose it's too much to hope for, but would you, perchance, happen to have any practical experience with, or...
Hello, layperson.
Remnant fire.
Seems the Protectorate has been gaining ground since winning control of the archive.
UNEAC has likely been sorting out their logistic problems. Took a moon-sized computer to do it.
This seems rather extreme. Are you sure you can't simply unbolt it?
As I already stated, the weather has iced over the bolts. They require the application of concussive
Do I hear
force before they can
hammering from the other station?
Don't question it. Just flat.
If it weren't for your lead fingers, I would not need to repair the input panel to begin with. Stand back and let me get on with it. The sooner I finish, the sooner I can go back to process.
Protectorate check. All Protectorate subjects should be questioned, searched, voice analyzed. Warning. You are approaching a Protectorate checkpoint.
If we do, they'll cut us down. Are you going to be a problem? Because I have a solution that requires very little computation.
Please keep your behavior within acceptable parameters.
Enemy spotted.
Amplificator at ready status.
Hastening to cover.
Go, go, go!
Not possible. No target to gut.
welcome guest will be ushered from existence promptly and without further ado. First, it was Angie's choice, then Protectorate. After that, some damned cultists. I don't even know what group you hullheads belong to. Don't care either. Your motivations are relatable to me in only the Don't get all full of anger now.
There's nothing even here.
Nothing, it's yours. Target analyzed. Lay down.
Sharp enough. Huh?
Marisol? Is that you? Get in here before any more of these hullheads show up. Marisol, you're here. That is assuming you're not some sort of enigmatic mirage or baleful apparition. Yes. Should be plenty of wonderfully dangerous items in here. I thought I would never see you again. It's been what? 19 years? 20?
21 years, 5 months, 6 days. I've kept up on a few former colleagues.
A few? Right. You retain a different admirer in every port, I'm sure.
Yes. With ample time to think, I've come to recognize I made an error.
Really? That is, an unprecedented statement for you. But do go ahead, I'm listening.
The last 20 years, the Order needlessly, heedlessly stumbled. First, Antes invaded, then the Protectorate. We lost the Archive. Twice. Had your work continued, I believe we'd have remained closer to our true path. If I had ignored the Council's command. It was a mistake.
If not for you, I'd be dead right. My research was dangerous. A serious threat to the entire universe. I know this for certain now. I've run the numbers. Had to do all my calculations long form, free of computronicus. I calculated what might occur if my work was completed. And there is a troublingly high, statistically significant chance of things ending. I mean, microbes, mantisaurs, salt tuna might make it. I understand how that sounds, but I have spent years checking and rechecking each and every variable.
Comes with the job, I'm afraid. Anais, I'm afraid it's not that simple. When we shut, the Order stores all avenues of study.
Of all the bureaucratic... Marisol.
You're asking me to infiltrate a covert installation to destroy something that could likely...
I might need a little time to ready this place for...
No, you should stay here.
I foresee a 4.7% chance of me complying with...
No target! On target!
Investigating hostile intentions.
Get ready! Locking them down! Fine.
Scan.
Do not refuse medical support!
Antek-anteknya semacam.
Extractor at hand.
To attack. I have to. Taking the fight out of them, locking them down. Hostilities are afoot.
Not much piques my academic curiosity these days, but this facility certainly appears intriguing.
What's this?
Enemy spotted.
Looked over. His gaze sees.
Contact lost.
I spy my...
The door appears jammed, Warden. I cannot actuate the lever.
Conduct a full manual override. If that fails, we'll have to cut it.
No luck, Warden.
Take an engineer to figure this out. Or a very lucky idiot.
Can't interact with it at all.
So be it. This door is so thick, we've no choice save to cut it at the bolts themselves.
I've got the torch. Please step back, Warden. I've never used one of these in the field. In the field.
Isn't the time for field training, Pamela? Let me have it. Avert your eyes. Sparks will be dangerous without polarized lenses.
I've encountered more than a few of these experimental weapons in my career. Messy, volatile, overpowered. Of course you want it, dear.
Bloody ever. I got it open. Be prepared. The intruder is in the lab.
Unfriendly company. They're not.
Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
Let me take a stab at this.
Very impressive. But do take a moment to admire its classic order industrial design. I theorize we can put this hazardous substance to good use as a more lethal ammunition. The rifts would provide an endless source. usually prefer assassination over technology theft, but I must admit that was a delightful little heist.
Sini.
Mobilize. Back and scan. Locking them down. Mitigating the threat.
Glorious dawn encampment ahead. Wonder if they'll be happy to see me.
My brothers, sisters, the architect has honored us with this divine rift. In the name of the architect, we are tasked with defending this from the heathens and their dwellers. See its magnificent sully. Remember, any who die defending the rift, the greatest of the architect's creation, will find themselves ratcheting up my aggression.
Enemy spot. I have a fix on their weaknesses. Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
Kill me.
Hostilities are afoot.
I've been so preoccupied with the impertinent. There is someone who would have tried to contact me to warn me. Someone who wouldn't have been taken in by a faked kill order. Point taken. You know, I really should have seen the flaw, and I knew him from before. Long before the Glorious Dawn. Very well. Anyway, if he used that well, I'll rectify that right now. I knew it! He wants...
What do you think those Protectorate subjects are doing over there?
Thank the Architect you're back. You have my gratitude for saving them. Please take this.
And how did you sleep?
Decidedly horrible. Has any dead? No Protectorate loudspeakers playing all night.
I've been hearing them in my dreams.
I don't know you, but you, I do. It's good to see you, Asa. It's me, Severin. You know, I've never been to Cloister before. It's cold.
What is wrong with you? Boy, damn it! Did they mentally refresh you?
No, let's just say I'm well lubricated. You tried the new Prestige gin? It helps when you have to do something you really don't want to do. Yes, there are a bunch of sentinels.
Not before I mentally refresh your brain pan with my knife.
Maybe I deserve to be. She summoned me, knew of the message I'd sent, said I'd ruined everything. To save myself, save the Dawn, I had to do this. I'm sorry, Asa.
Absolutely not. We don't need his help. We should just kill him and get on with the Sentinel killing. If we die, at least I'll be taking a great many of them with us. You make a compelling argument. No need to waste our time killing you.
But you're basically just asking me whether I'd like to be killed by you or the Sentinels. Because when they figure it out, they'll execute me. And thank you.
What an idiot. I can't believe I thought of him as a friend. I can't believe she betrayed us. Well, once, I find. We do know that she was in league with the Sentinels, though. There's nothing of it but to get... Couldn't have said it better myself. Fortunately, we don't need to worry about hacking their systems. Well, we won't need your expertise. You see, I stole their access codes when I was younger, but never had the nerve or...
Question the structural integrity of that bridge. Standing by to... Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Scan.
charged.
Who needs to die? Begging, Marisol. Just one little tidbit, anything. What you know about killing could probably fill several volumes.
And their appendices, all neatly sourced with footnotes and cross-referenced. But I'll spare you all that reading with this one piece of advice. You expend too much energy posturing. Less is more when it comes to killing. And there are much more efficient ways to remove someone from the equation.
Yeah, but I wager they're not half as entertaining.
You would be surprised. I once eliminated a lab archivist just by secretly replacing all his bases with essays. I assure you his death was most diverting.
What target? Yeah.
That sending me into desolation would mend what he saw as wounds in my mind. The first few weeks were horrible. Grief dogging my every step. Nightmares of my murdered colleagues. Then, the nightmares began to ease, and the grief ebbed away. What replaced them is emptiness. The Order speaks of humanity becoming something more. But their words are insufficient speculation. There is nothing more to be. Only dust and death, and the rifts await us. Those rifts, I find the absolute annihilation they offer oddly soothing. Perhaps I will make one last pilgrimage. One last journey on the path from nothing to nowhere.
Welcome to Auntie's Choice. We look forward to your inevitable acquisition.
Welcome, Big Spender.
Auntie's Choice welcomes you to... You should take care in this hostile climb. Frostbite, cave-ins, hypothermia, cultist. It appears to be a box of boot component. Don't expect me to help you with delivering them. You never know. That's enough for cloisters asthai. I want off-planet, yes. You do it. I don't chance some protectorate. Remove them by any means. The sooner you get rid of them, get to...
open to ideas. What would you expect?
Clearly they've added more automechs and turrets. I believe they have more soldiers. They know how to use the archive better than we did.
That ain't yours.
Stop in Auntie's name! I cannot believe how bloody cold this place is.
Nancy! You! You're wanted for crimes against Aunt. Now, just one moment. I'm simply doing my job here. Mayhaps I can budge on the amount, but you need to pick. Please.
The scrappers are getting closer and sniffing around at night. They could be the creeps. I would rather have them scavenging than attacking us.
Welcome to
Live and let me continue to draw paychecks.
Investigating hostile intentions. Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Enemy moving into harm's way.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Hostilities are afoot.
Aggressor at hand.
Have a fix on their weaknesses.
Hello. So, I'm trapped. Messages to the order left unanswered. Tried to run. Got about 2/5 of me gouged out. A lot of blood. Less now. Spent much of my life wondering what I'd say at the end. Trying to think of the words for this felt like reading a thesis before the presiding bishop. But a lot of people die, and not a lot of final words get remembered. Certainly no one will hear these. So why worry about being meaningful? What matters is who I was when I was alive. And if I was predestined to be Ursapod food. I think maybe I would have liked to re-roll the odds.
It's an Auntie's choice signal. Probably some kind of SOS. Not my area of expertise. Inez would know for sure.
Hey, you there. Got a minute? Hey, you there. I got a job that needs doing if you've got the time. Well, I'll be. That's them, all right. Can I offer you a finder's fee for asset recovery? All right, here, keep your trousers on. Can you reckon what the cost of danger pay for? Maybe focus on self-bettering yourself.
So,
Marisol's something, huh? She had everyone fooled, and then she turns around. She reminds me of the serial heroes I wanted to be just like when I was a kid. I'd tell her if I thought she'd appreciate it. That's a step too far. And anyway, I think she'd pat me on. Anyway, she's probably already got bugs listening in on us, so we ought to just stop there. Trying real hard not to be insubordinate like command. We got enough to worry about as it is, and adding this much chaos to our little crew can't... Anyway, appreciate you hearing me out. Got something that needs doing, Commander? Go ahead. Tell me what ails ya. How personal are we talking? I expected you might, after seeing his message. Everyone, see, most of us our onboarders promised that if we demonstrated exceptionalism, showed initiative, that we'd get promoted quick. Of course. Reckon Ortiz had thought himself the exception, like I did. Oh, they were ex-VP. They didn't. The VPs set their own cans down, half-eaten. We spent a week crouched in the same fog. I don't know if I would have made it out alive without him. Better than I'd feared. Only had to bury 2 troopers and amputate. He almost got Ortiz. It was a rough few nights at first, knowing I couldn't help folk who needed it. Got a lot on my mind, but I can make time. Are you hearing this? It's some manner of distress signal. Encrypted. Can't unless you have an Auntie's Choice patented codebreaker. If it's not to do with the lab, this must be the place Ortiz mentioned. Hard to fathom a lab in those caves. Whoa. Commander, hold up a moment.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Stun weapon ready. scan.
What in the void? Law, I think I've seen enough death to fill 3 lifetimes. And it don't get any easier. What happened here? He spent his last moments crawling over to this terminal from the wreck. Sorry, friend. Wait. He's got a code breaker on him. Let's see. I'll be damned. That powered up the elevator. Signal's strong.
Hello? Is anyone there? I have been signaling for help incessantly. Come quickly. I'm trapped in my office, by the foyer. The others, I fear they might have lost their lives at the hands, claws of escaped beasts. Mind yourself.
That's him. That must be the doctor. He's got no idea an entire squad died trying to fly in here and ain't getting through that unscathed. Seriously, don't send me in there.
Tate speaking.
Hope he got a refund on his Raptidon repellent.
Many times that these pressure valves have fallen into disrepair, only to be ignored each of those times. And now I'm out here in the void and cold, attempting to stop this leak from getting worse. And what was that? Stay back, creature! Blast that doctor for locking the gadget in the gun safe. This is
what are they doing in this place? Ain't no purpose for this. This clear disregard for life.
This is where we all nod and say it's humanity that are the real monsters.
What's... Hola, Ortiz? No. No, it ain't him. I thought... Commander, help me make sense of this.
Uh-huh. Now I extra want to kill this scientist.
I had a notion of what I might encounter here. Law, my heart just about stopped when I saw him. I thought Ortiz had come back, gotten himself in trouble, but... No. This man, whoever he is, he's been dead for a time. That's what I'm figuring. Void, damn it. All of them could have been me. That's not always true. They cared for us on Tau Ceti. We were little more than chattel before I'd call it. I knew what would happen should anything go wrong. It made me a liability. It endangered my unit. You don't know what all that matters now is finding that doctor. He's got a reckoning coming. Do me a favor. You see anyone in a lab coat? Refrain from trying a headshot.
Over here! These
here! Boy, damn coward. We'll see how you beg when we're face to face. Is this the cub that Terminal mentioned? Still breathing, but only just. Boy, that must be his mama on the other side of the glass. We were too late for the soldier back there, but not too late for this cub. We should help. Work. Poor creatures ain't got an idea what's in store for them. Another maintenance hatch above us, if we're apt to sneak about. Wasn't keen on seeing a fight between them. I wanted a pet sisty pig.
Fine. It can have Niles' room. Perhaps a slyer approach is warranted.
Vulnerable.
Release me at once, please. I'm so worried that nobody intercepted my distress signal.
Oh, we got his signal all right. Let's...
I thought there wasn't a person alive who could best the matriarch Ursapod. Yet, Here you...
You the doctor in charge here?
Indeed I am, soldier. And my, what a picture
So you're the one who butchered my friend, Ortiz.
What's going on? I don't know any Ortiz, I swear it. I'm just a doctor. Please, records? I don't. Fine, yes, I did complete a procedure on one Trooper Ortiz, along with two. I know what you're thinking. Yes, the grafting program was officially shuttered. I was recruited for this unofficial venture soon after. Don't understand the need for secrecy myself, but our sponsored. He's some manner of executive.
Enough with the excuses.
I sympathize with your friend, so you must understand that the work we do here is greater than any one life. We can change the galaxy for the better. Enough with the threats of violence. Listen here, the suffering you've seen here will be nothing in comparison to the suffering I could prevent. Do you truly want to be the one to... Of course I do. Ask your associate here if... It's been a long time coming, but you see, I'm only here because I conceived of we are on the precipice of... and a boon to Auntie's bottom line.
Don't even start, Commander. I ain't...
Let's not be hasty. I know what happened to those failures.
You don't know anything about what I want. I'm not sure I should. Whether I want to regain...
You think there were no victims of the... Now, if you stay your hand, I will grant you 2 state-of-the-art... You were never the broken thing they made you.
No. Commander, I don't know what to do. I came here intending to... What if he's right? What if something in his work is worth saving? What if this is my chance to make something of my life? To be accepted again? I'm glad you've seen fit to finally take a stance, Commander. Perhaps that was uncharitable of... Now, I ain't condoning what happened here. We can trust Doc Tinsley to set things right. We'd only be repeating the cycle. We would be complicit. Law knows the folk hurt by the war could use the help. It's your lucky day. You'll live. Pack up your things and head straight.
Thank you, soldier!
Make no mistake. Let's get out of here before...
There, the grafts are yours. I've lifted the lab out of lockdown.
Take the pressure off with anti-missiles. Under more than 3 atmospheres of
Ever wonder if our assignment here will never end? Like our employment contracts just keep renewing.
Don't go into that cheap saloon if you got a liquor gumption. They got no tolerance for it. What do you think I'm out here?
Inez, have you come back for a tune-up?
No, I actually brought a few other grafting parts.
Oh, these are pristine.
Yeah, since Doc's given her blessing, which the Mantis Swarm Hive, however, would be best for crowd control. Say the word, and I'll sick these little guys on any enemy in our vicinity. I'm intrigued by either option, really. Then I'll choose the same. Just refrain from any slug jokes.
Ursopod is a wonder. There. I dare say, by the by, What is it, dear? You look, well, a bit like you've been stung by...
There's a grafting lab way out on Cloister that was still operational.
Still operating? Inez, do you...
I know what I saw. They were brutalizing folk and creature. The doctor there, he...
Inez, I swear I didn't. That sounds... Oh, Sovereign's mercy, that sounds precise.
The creatures they were experimenting on broke out of their cages, killed most of the I found the doctor in charge, still alive. But this ain't the extent of it, I fear.
Oh, Inez, I know you do. But yes, that does shed light on a correspondence I received recently. I found the secrecy odd at the time, but I do suppose it lines up with your His name is Willard Conan, VP of Experimental Operations.
I just mean to have a little chat, if there's good...
You honor me. I did receive a message from Erasmussen, yes. He is on his way with research to hand over to me. It would bring purpose back into my... I will help you. Vice President Conan's office is aboard the undisputed claim, but it's my understanding that you will need to present this calling card to get Inez.
Thank you.
Commander, if you've a moment, I wish to note my reservation. Setting aside my obvious there is a bloodlessness to her nature. That we do. That was all I had on that subject. Consider my
Commander, I've been thinking. We got the intel we need, Commander. If we find this Willard and been doing some thinking about what I know you never liked. Auntie's choice can't be trusted on their own. If they could actually help folk like they claimed they would when they liberated Tau Ceti, it'd make life better for any. Ain't just... Ortiz sent me a message because he knew I would take action. That I'd remedy the betrayal both of us faced. Thanks. Maybe this is what folk mean. Maybe this...
worst unleaded. The story of Anti-Cleo versus the Moon Man is a ballad for our ages. A thing of legend to be handed down from Anti-Cleo successive generations. Spacer's choice swollen-headed mascot represents the worst impulses of old corporations. Who unfairly stack
Trabecular. Arriving any moment now. Approaching station. Client intake.
End of the 50.
We took what nature heedlessly assembled and vastly rebettered it through artificial means. At Auntie's choice, we strive to be 110% wholly plus artificial. Artificiality is our guiding principle. Enjoy an artificially enhanced existence through the conspicuous consumption of unavoidable embedded chemicals. With Auntie's choice. An artificial life is a life that's sweeter. Live a life that's sweeter with Auntie's choice. Item, business is good. We have positive bit flow. Our portfolio is diversified. But we can always do better.
It's high time one of you scientist types responded to my calling cards. You want the role, it's yours. But I'm not budging on those hours.
Let me guess. You're backfilling Rasmussen's position? Or all the scientists who work with him on Cloister lying cold on the lab floor?
Both, obviously. Now, do you want the job or not? We're burning starlight.
Seriously? You're playing the long con here and now?
Wonderful. Remind me of your qualifications. I send queries out to every scientist and science-adjacent employee in our Rolodex. I can't be expected to remember everyone. Oh, you one of Ethel Tinsley's then? I hadn't heard that she'd recruited intern.
Yep. That's us. And because we're such... Look, we found your lab on Cloister. But after speaking with your doc, I came to see that Rasmussen's now with Doc Tinsley in Fairfield. And they're
I see someone failed out of the Anti-Cleo School of Persuasion. Why would I ever pursue something so dull as reform? How does it serve me? You certainly came to the negotiating table prepared, but there is one small fly in the soup. Who exactly are you to dictate to me what we should be doing?
When I joined up in Tau Ceti, I was promised. I helped hunt down the fiend who destroyed our base on Golden Ridge. Fought off countless
Fine. Perhaps there is an opportunity here to but I will require proof that this little reformation of...
You say that as though you have something in...
I do. The commander of our fortified position, he will have all the minute details, of course, but assisting him and demonstrating your prowess will give us the leverage we... I could tell you possessed a...
Hold on. You didn't...
Heroism is nothing without
cannot be here. My contract stipulate. Ha! That's funny, considering the heaps of times I've been called such. Unofficially, it was also in my contract that I was never to refer to myself. Is that so strange? The program, though, I presume...
Well, that ain't right. Neither his managerial manner nor...
Oh, no! No, I don't want change! I love my work.
So...
Why this art speak... Anyhow...
I haven't heard any...
wants to kill you. Since then, our company has grown, evolved, consumed the first of many rivals. But that original goal remains one of our goals. Yes, now we strive to spread unfettered free trade and sell betterment throughout the galaxy. But we do so knowing you persist, well fortified by our products. So strive, thrive, survive, arrive, armed with Auntie's choice. Trust your Auntie. Limber up for a motivating lecture, employees. Just because your Auntie Cleo reached the top of the corporate ladder doesn't mean she can't resonate some bottom-rung relatability. Business is much like tossball, a game of inches and footballs played with an excess of necessary roughness. And like tossball,
You there? Yes, you! I'd recognize your kind anywhere. You're one of those folks that eats food, and I've got just the sort of rough you were missing.
And the zero-G shooters, just quality cleaving from huck-off to the closing steam whistle, and that 20-back tackle pileup on the tender in the mid-court restricted zone.
Purple Berry product samples! Purple Berry product samples!
Expectation lounger. Not to mention the concession sales. Invasive marketing hucked it out of the arena with their official Auntie's Choice branded Sprat Crisp penalty buckets. But I digress. Just as in tossball, we all need to put on our winner face. Go the extra even zone. This is a marathon, not a sprint to
Yeah, this is about what I expected.
Although it is that too. Sometimes you can't score a body goal without an offsides hop. Play by the rules or play to win. You can't do both. Are you motivated? Certainly you are. Now, step up to the line of scrummage and let's bludgeon the competition. See you at center field.
What now? Oh, don't we all? Oh.
Not because we worship bits, but because of the system's glory. Efficacy. While the Protectorate decide what its subjects get, we respond to
What now? See,
as consumers. What's more, we skip the frivolously lengthy approval process our overbearing neighbors employ. Why would...
reporter's gotta be nearby. Ain't keen to...
I'm Orland Crawford, the outsourced, but never outmatched wartime correspondent for the AC.
Them's Inez, and yes, Willard Conan sent...
Now, let's not skip on introductions. Who is this you have with you?
Oh yeah? Then why do I have no gigs lined up other than this one?
If you perform well here today, you might have the clout. Else you too might fall into the lifelong trap of...
Never seen a grafted trooper in action before, but I'm looking forward to watching you work. Their defenses are too great to face head on.
My camera drones will be filming the action from above, so do put on a good show. Blow up a few things, and use Inez's abilities to demonstrate the might of Auntie's choice. Yes?
They've detained several of our scouts. I'd like to see them returned. If you deliver this weapon...
This is quite...
So what? If I hadn't come up...
Our motto is to leave no man behind. Unless it...
Once you infiltrate the blockade, neutralize our foes, and open the gates, our remaining troops will move in to secure the blockade for ourselves. That's the... Ooh, and spare some time for me after you emerge victorious, won't you? What am I saying? Of course you will! Who wouldn't want to be interviewed for the wireless?
Here we are, about to kick the proverbial mantisaur nest. Hope you're ready for your close-up. Damn, of course they got a bunker mech. We need to take it by surprise, without alerting the other troops.
Sharp enough. Hostiles nearby.
minimizing exposure!
Let's open the gate for that reporter and the troops before these bodies get cold.
Over here! Let's have a... What a show! Auntie will be beside herself when she hears of her shiny...
All in a day's work.
It's audio only, Trooper. And you're working with...
Well...
Great! Recording's already begun. I'm here. Inez, your destruction of those dastardly Protectorate troops...
I'm just, doing my part. I joined up because I believed in our mission, to liberate Arcadia.
They want to hear sword. Dear audience, the voice you just heard is that of the... You also freed some of our troopers.
Look, I did what anyone with an ounce of sense would do. Ain't gonna leave one of my own in such a state. And if I had it my way, I would have acted sooner.
Oh, my! So the reports were true.
It's something, all right. They were...
In any case, those soldiers can finally return to...
These graphs make me stronger. Good in a bind. I know I'm a bit of a curiosity. Ain't too many of us left. But there is so much good we can do with grafting. I got a plan, see? To start the grafting program up again.
Fascinating. Before we wrap, have you anything else of note to tell our undoubtedly enraptured audience?
Oh, I got one.
Ah, I see. And that's a wrap. You can go back to slouching or sneering or whatever. Now, where was this soft-spoken propriety when we were recording? This interview was
Damn, I knew we didn't...
You do that, and I will remain here,
took what nature heedlessly assembled and vastly rebettered it through artificial means. And his choice we
Kenapa mikirno wonge-wonge duwe akeh? Dipikir
The story of Auntie Cleo versus the Moon Man is a ballad for our ages. A thing of legend to be handed down from monarchy in each successive generation. The mascot represents the worst impulses of big corporations who unfairly stack the deck against the little person. As Spacer's Choice devious shenanigans lying down? No! Just like our sponsored Tussle team, the
Ah, so the conquering and by the law, what footage? Oh, where are my manners? Commander, Inez, meet our new benefactor.
Yes, we've met. Now, let's not get overly ahead of ourselves. Putting on a show is 40%.
Yes, and your interview may be good for
It didn't make for the best showing, but I have a perfect...
Look, I know I ain't exactly the profile of a business partner.
Perhaps so, but unfortunately, you know how it is.
But we can trust your word as her current supervisor. What sort of performance review might you give this associate?
Well...
That's a reasonable...
So we have a deal then? I admit that the raid and the interview...
Suppose I can make good on the funding after all.
So that's it. We're clear to restart the grafting...
Of course not. Unless, when the time is right, I will reach out to you for further planning. You have been instrumental, soldier. Inez, well done indeed.
I'll settle for a moment of...
Have you returned?
Can't help but be excited.
Yes, yeah.
Have time for a chat, Commander? Willard, Vice President Conan, sent me and they all agreed to fund the grafting program and started up. They even thought to bring me into middle management for the program. Can you believe it? Hope so. Might happen. I'm realizing now that I never thought I'd be at the forefront of a military. Reckon you could say I proved myself after all. Anyhow, that's enough.
Ini kan nggak merah anu emas ah, nabung emas.
Dagmar didn't betray us to the Sentinels. She is a Sentinel. It's enough to make one take.
I reckon that ship's already sailed off into
I'm just going to Fortunately, there's an easy solution to Dagmar's betrayal. One which involves removing her head from her body. Or maybe we should start with the disemboweling?
I suppose congratulations are in order for having dispatched so many Sentinels. But still, impressive. And let's not forget that I was the one who gave Azahelia Leitinger a purpose and fulfillment. Look at how much fun you've had.
The commander's right, though I do love hearing you growl.
Let's not be hasty. I mean, can it even be a betrayal if it was...
What are you talking about?
No, there were not. The fiction of a cult was born out of the need to convince the Sovereign to return to the true spirit of the Protectorate. The Consul feared he was too weak. We have too much respect for the Sovereign and his lineage to resort to something so... Society needs to be controlled for the greater good.
Anyone with a lick of sense would prefer our way. The only folk who jump at the chance to shackle others are the ones who are free from that same control.
Dagmar, all this...
As much as I'd prefer to not anger you, I can only hope your luck has run its course and the remaining Sentinels are able to put you down.
No, that's too quick. What about... No, not painful enough. Yes, that's it. I just need to find a piece of heat-conducting metal and something to... What, you suddenly take issue with my methods? I can think of no reason to curtail the pleasure. I know of no other way to act.
Nor have ever been. It is the duty of...
Imbeciles! How did you let Aza get this far? Stop her! She means to assassinate me!
Directly. Form up! They're closing in! Huh. That was certainly asinine. Prudence dictates. Eye your neighbors carefully.
I spy my next victim. I mean a hostile combatant.
Charged yet.
perfect society demands perfect thoughts. Imperfection is impossible when the mind is a thing of symmetry.
I'll be cornered. She's sure to have an escape route. We should find it.
Ah! You're still alive! Now, let's not be too hasty here. You seem, rash. Please don't let Azza get...
Why are you talking to them, Dagmar? I'm the one you must answer to. What? Why?
I must say, I am in favor of prolonging the inevitable myself. What I did for the greater good, to save... And Azza, she was an obvious choice. So lost. You brought me great praise from the Consul. Until you started asking questions and killing the wrong people.
Kita. Pelatih Mariam apa dhuwure iku? Gak ketok, Bu.
Which wrong people didn't she kill? We were supposed to work through intimidation and the perceived threat to our system. Sure, maybe kill some. And then she started asking questions that would have led to her discovering the truth. The Consul feared that the Sovereign wasn't up to the task he inherited. So the Consul set to creating a challenge for the Sovereign. It began with labeling political subversives members of a fictitious cult. When that didn't work, the Consul enlisted...
Enough of this blathering on! It's well past time for Dagmar and her life to part ways.
That company, Commander.
She's dead. It was. Our enthusiasm got the better of us. Now that Dagmar is dead, I'll be leading the Dawn into the glorious future. You're absolutely right. They turned on. I can send out a general message to all the cells from here. I'll say our communications have been compromised. That should work. Enough to keep my knife skills up, at least. It's done. Let's leave this place. It sickens me.
James Mas Yuri ya. Kurang tinggi 3,8 Bu, yakin ah. Yakin ah. Lo gak mau kok. Ada sing enak ya sih.
It's strange how, if I hadn't started traveling, you may not have noticed, but I have a tendency to be a little, not too reckless.